We shall go on a journey of trying to find which sorting system should I use. Probably mine. You should make a video about big O notation because it's so complicated, guys. Big O notation is just like squaring a number. And the more elements you have, the more squared the number is. The result would be this, even though you're using just 100 elements. Wow, how crazy is that? And in terms of bubble sorts, the shittiest sort ever that I still use, by the way. You're basically scanning things and swapping things. You're scanning an array of 100 times just to make sure. But let's find out what is brewing up in here from 2 years ago. What are people saying? Because, you know, I have the best algorithm, I guess. And no one will ever care about it. Maybe until I do a ray tracing engine or something with this algorithm. It's like sorting is the most useful thing ever. I'm sorting 700 elements, which is quite a lot, to be honest. And I put them into an array. This is how my sorting system works. Of 10,000, they equally distributed, and then I, scan. First of all, I like clear the empty ones, the empty list objects. We go back to 700 again. But they're properly arranged, basically. I've given plenty of details, but imagine like you have a bunch of like red balls, blue balls, whatever, right? How do you sort them? You actually swap them around? It's like, oh, I have to swap this with that. Like, are you that fucking stupid? No, you take out the red balls, put them in one place. Take out the blue balls, put them in another place. Now, you don't actually see what you're gonna pick. Funny enough. Everything is blurred. Whatever you're gonna pick is random. So it's like you pick up a red ball, you're gonna put it somewhere here. You pick another red ball, you're gonna put it somewhere here. And sometimes you will like run out of space. Like you pick up a red ball and be like, oh shit, I ran out of space. I have to put it over here. But you know that in the end you're gonna be able to swap these two things around. It's no big deal. So it's a little bit weird because programming is not exactly real life. Most of the time this is literally a mess that you can't unscramble that easily. But you sort of know what size object's supposed to go where, right? Like, you should understand that. I personally like Merge Sort. It seems very simple. Where you first sort this, then sort that, and then sort all of it together. By sort of like picking the smallest. Or like checking of like which one is the smallest, blah, bam. But it still looks kind of stupid. When I think about it, I'm like, I'm not impressed by Merge Sort. And I want to immediately ask the question, what about the big O notation of Merge Sort? AI, tell me, answer. Has space complexity due to the need of additional memory. Yeah, that fucking sucks, doesn't it? I don't think that's true, though. You still have to swap these things around. You're not storing them, you're storing them in the same array. I don't buy it. And you're just comparing the first element each time. So that's kind of stupid. I don't know what this, like, space complexity is. It's a very popular sort. Okay. Now I will ask to give me the code. Motherfucking Jesus. That is a lot. That's too much. But yeah, I'm not gonna write my own Merge Sort because it's just the most degenerate thing. but I can copy and paste and like simplify it very easily. It's probably like fucking 6 lines or something. But there's more for some reason. What is the sort thing? It wants to compare? I don't understand. I mean, technically, yes, but no. Why would you store this stuff? No, this is degenerate, bro. It gives 6,600 operations, which is somewhat reasonable, funny enough. Since I'm putting my thing into 10,000 array, I mean, now I'm getting embarrassed. Technically, this is the end of my journey, but I still have to fight the Merge Sort. I've recorded footage of me perfecting my little thing over here. It's like a lot of lines now. And potentially I will still use Merge Sort to finish the whole damn thing. But it just like does the whole thing. So it's like, why should I finish? How is that a finish? I can scan things, that's fine. But Merge Sort is just gonna solve everything. The only thing to test is how quick it actually is. And how simple it actually is. Because it seems like the most reasonable one. At least I can understand it to some extent. It's not too clear, but like, sure. It's weird because like you just read the array though. But you just like read the array, like you don't need to store it. Why is it storing anything? It's kind of fucking weird to me. I mean, yeah, you don't want to like intercept. There's your array. You collect the elements, I guess, and then put them into the array. The merge thing, replace the array with it immediately. So you need a floaty thing for space, but it just double the array of space. It's just not that bad. It's not that bad. And the code overall seems pretty good. Yeah, it sucks. I probably don't beat Merge Sort. I probably don't fucking beat it. And make anything faster whatsoever. I can simplify this very easily. This is the same function, right? Okay, I'm realizing it's not that simple. So, yeah. These while functions? Spicy. I'll figure something out. Because even this is not basic. This could probably be simpler. But here you go, 6 lines of code on the surface. This one's fucking weird. Let's merge the damn thing together, because why not? There you go. Fuck that shit. Wait, I don't even need to stop it from happening. I'm just like realizing it's so nested, it's kind of fucking crazy. It's just unnecessary nonsense. What the fuck? This looks very different with lists. And much cooler too. Fuck yeah. Yeah, that's very smart. Except I can do like some like, I don't know. That. Crazy, right? Yeah, I guess it does have a point. There's reusability, right? You can reuse the merge function with a lot of fucking things. You can merge apple with pear. Oh, thank you. Well, it sorted the array. That's crazy. Now let's find out how quick this thing is. But before we do that, let's hear some stuff
In this video,
that you can find on YouTube.
we're first going to look at the theoreticals and see which ones perform the fastest. But what I really want to do is to actually implement these in code and time them based on different input sizes and see.
Yeah, that's the most obvious way to do it. Because it's not obvious, like there's a lot of things going on inside functions. You can't just be like, oh, I just do this and that and I just swap. But you pick up two values, you read the function twice. It's a little bit more complicated.
We jump into it.
But normally, like, these algorithms are very respectful to whatever list you have. I'm not respectful at all. It has to be very crowded at the start and only have a couple of, like, large elements. If I want to be efficient, you know.
And for quick sort and merge
yeah, everything else is log.
sort, these are considered the quote-unquote fast sorting algorithms. And then these top three up here are considered the...
Yeah, okay, fast. So they're barely different, right? For me, I mean, I have been able to figure out how merge sort works. Maybe when I see the code, quick sort also is going to be like clean.
This video.
But there's the worst case scenario, right? Which is kind of weird. Like, how is it here, but the average is not different at all?
And a couple to get faster than n log n. There's an entire proof dedicated to that, which I used to know very well. But the main takeaway is that it's impossible for a list that's unsorted to get sorted and faster than n log n.
We'll find out because I have to battle a merge sort and see if I'm faster.
All right.
Yeah, I will need to use this diagnostic thing. It takes like 500,000 ticks or whatever that measurement is. I don't know what to compare it to. Besides the merge sort that we're going to be using. This is scary because, shit, I might just be embarrassed to a ridiculous extent.
I'm going to run each one of these 5 sorting algorithms. We're going to use an input size of 10, 1,000, 100,000, and 1,000,000. And I'm going to run each...
later.
All right, so I went ahead and ran everything, and I made a little chart here. So on the left side, we have every single sorting algorithm, and then each column is going to be the number of elements that I ran it against. So if we look at something with a small list, like 10 elements, or merge sort and quick sort.
Shit, merge sort is not faster than quick sort. In fact, it's twice as slower most of the time. I mean, at least 50% slower. I mean, that's crazy.
And then
man, 100,000 elements is kind of crazy. Yeah.
And that's just due to the nature of how the algorithm works. So as we can see from these results, unless you're using a very small data set, like 10 elements or less, merge sort and quick sort are going to be the way to go. Now, how do you decide which one to use? A lot of it is based on preference, but one thing to note is that quick sort is an unstable sorting method, whereas merge sort is a stable sorting method. Now, what's the difference between the two? Basically, an unstable sorting method means that if you have 2 elements that are the same before the list is sorted, once they're sorted, they're not necessarily going to stay in that same order. And for things like primitive types, like strings and integers, it doesn't really matter because say you have a 5 and a...
Fuck that. I don't care. Quick sort is fine.
To the same. But say you're dealing with something like objects that could have different...
Yeah, shut the... No, you would always do quick sort. Shut the fuck up.
The sorting method...
Yeah, I still have to, like, oh my god, that's a funny one. I have to test the sorts, because there is sort, and I didn't fucking even knew for a very long time. And now just bouncing off my scalp way too hard. Alright, so I do sort first. I wonder what's gonna happen as well. All of this is pretty much gonna be obsolete right now. let's begin implementation of this great nation. So mine is 500 on average. Maybe 480,000 on average. Alright, let's see how Sort does it. Oh wait, there is a problem. As I'm sorting things, everything fucking sucks, bro. Because I'm using elements. That's not good. Or objects, whatever. Of cards, I call them cards. I can sort using name. I comparable. This fucking AI thing just opens up so many things that are like out of reach for a normal user of code. Man, this is fucking awesome. Alright, so I figured this thing exists. Which means I don't need any of this. Somehow. Should I still let it run? I don't know what's gonna happen if I do this. It's slower. It's much slower. Twice as slower. It does sort everything very well. Well, bitches. Twice as slower, and I can speed my fucking algorithm even more. Yeah, I don't think so, guys. Now we have to check merge sorts. How does that work? This array sort sucks ballsies in comparison. Let's go, bro. I mean, I'm twice as fast than array sort, which is crazy. Array sort is fucking like generic thing. Used for everything in the universe. And potentially I can still optimize my thing. Alright, we'll see. The only enemy left, besides quicksort, which I don't understand how to do. So fuck you, quicksort. You win this time. By losing. But that's nice, comparing. Ability to compare cards. So if I've made it comparable, can I just, like, use the... No, I can't. I can't. It's gonna be complicated with this one. Because I still have to, like, stuff the cards into the array or whatever. And then I can merge sorts, which is fine. Whatever. No, it's literally just that. Big A. But I can. I mean, I can test, but it's more complicated than that. I have to implement my own merge sort for objects. Oh my fucking god. By the way, I can definitely simplify. Ooh, interesting. What if I create an array of cards? Because there's a lot of empty elements. I don't know what they do with those elements, because they sort the entire array, I imagine. Just gonna, yeah. I can probably simplify. It's so complicated when I do it like that. Anyway, so when I was testing this array sort, one thing I still need to do is to clean up the array as well. Even though it's kind of weird to do it. And only then I can compare it again. Oh, fuck. I basically stabbed myself in the foot and, like, no one can help me at this point. Because I know it probably would be faster. The funny thing about array sort is that it's not even a line of code. It's barely a little blob. You do have to add 2 lines to the cards code. That's pretty relevant. No, technically just one line in there. So it's just one line of code, bro. That's the cool part about Array.Sort. That's why you would use it. And it's probably faster than my code. I just fucked everything up. Alright, so if I insert... I'll just test, but it's not gonna give good results. I can only test the speed. I'm sort of big A2. That's the one that can be sorted, but it's not going to do anything because it just sorts influences and nothing else. It has to sort this alongside it, basically, like double sorted. It's fucking weird, bro. With comparables, I mean, I can do something, but it's still cringe. Wait, there's something I can do, right? If I put influence and then I do this plus like 0 or times 10 or times like 100 or times 10,000 and then plus the other number, I would be able to extract that number as long as I don't exceed this 10,000 thing. I can save both numbers in one place, but it's kind of cringe to do that. It's fucking weird. But then when you compare influences, you can still extract the ID from the thing. So technically, it's like I would be able to do it if I just sort the big A2. Alright, let's see what it does then. Fuck it, right? There's a lot of empty elements still, I imagine. Why would I add an empty element, though? I don't want no, it's fine. Alright, let's test it. This is gonna be fucking fascinating. I felt it, bro. I felt that. This was not quick at all. My god. Holy Jesus. And again, it doesn't sort anything. It's just like... So I cannot, like, test it. That is really bad. That is horrible. 6 times more than the the quick sort that you can get. Merge sort is garbage, bro. Alright, let's throw that away. Fuck that. Fuck your shit, man. Mine is better, mine is faster and stronger. I feel so proud of myself. And if M-sort, doesn't fucking work, I'm sorry, guys. I'm the better human being than all of you combined right now. Funny enough, I might still want to do this. So I can, like, merge sort the array after. But nah, it's fucking stupid. It's whatever. Oh, come on. Don't delete that one. Let's go back to normal. Fuck yeah, I win. I take the trophy. I'm twice as fast as the fastest sorting system. And obviously, again, fastest sorting system probably is faster. I'm not gonna waste my time, though. Wait, I actually can waste my time. I am allowed. Shit. Alright, we gotta try it again. Alright, what if I use big A after it gets, like, its elements and all that shit? So I'm using half and a half at this point. I think. I shouldn't use that. I should give the benefit of the doubt, right? That I can, like, create a card out of this, at least. Something like that. Or insert a card into the array. Yeah, I'll give the benefit of the doubt. Let's find out. Let's try again, basically. So Array.Sort is just easier and super simple. And it exists. And it does what it wants to do, what you want it to do. Alright, so it doesn't work with list, you have to do to array. But then, like, how am I gonna fucking sort it? Let me ask AI right now. This is fucking weird. Fucking array, I mean, list is even more OP because it has its own sort system. It doesn't even need the stupid thing. Or transform itself to array, just sort. Alright, let's see what happens. This is probably so much faster. I will fucking lose teeth afterwards, man. After this roller coaster of speed and magnificence. Please don't disappoint me, okay? I don't have to win every single battle of the universe. I won. I fucking won. I won this one too. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just so fucking bad at losing. I am 5 times faster. Let me double check. I'm double checking, but like, it's game over, guys. I'm so sorry. This is so stupid. Yeah, I'm faster. So much faster. So much faster, bro. 3 times faster than this sorting system. And this is not even finished. I still have to, like, untangle it. Nah, it's fucking garbage. That is so sad. Fucking sadness. I win. 100%. That is crazy. I have the fastest sorting system. I use the fastest sorting system to invent ray trace rendering whatever. That was crazy, bro. I had to invent it as well when I was doing ray tracing. And apparently it's just very useful for everything, so that's pretty nice. Just a reminder how it works. Again, I take array elements and I sort of have their space for it, you know. The 1s and 2s go here, the 100s go here. I have their own little space for them. And I put them in a list. Basically, you can squeeze them in. You can have space, but you have space just for like general understanding. But you can squeeze them inside, insert them inside where they kind of belong, right? And you can probably even calculate like inside of the array of where the element should go. Maybe you can like double check. I don't think it's a good idea, but maybe it is a good idea. I don't know. Basically, you can play with this and optimize it even further, and maybe it's going to be like 10 times faster than the fastest sorting method right now. Crazy! Get the fucking... give me a trophy or something. Yeah, I'm realizing I can make this faster. So much faster. Simply because the slow part is this. I imagine. Let's see how much it slows things down. Alright, so I have this disabled. The big A came back to normal. I have this disabled versus enabled. Let's see it. Again, if you're really smooth, you'll be able to zoom in into these numbers and understand for yourself what I'm looking at. I am not able to translate it quite well and easily. Alright. Shit. I took one whole fucking million. That's not good. But the rest is fast. Oh. No, it's million again. Why? What the fuck? It's like, oh, maybe the log has to wait a little bit. But it makes no sense. Now I feel slow. What happened? I was doing so well. Alright, let's enable it then it becomes slower. When you're dealing with big arrays, like, it gets pretty wild. Also, another thing has to be added to the list. this reset thing. Shit. Maybe I... No. No, I don't have the faster array sorting. There's no way I have it. Like, this is super fast, right? The real question now is, like, resetting also. Why is it faster, by the way? I enabled this and now it's faster? I don't get it. I basically cleaned the array and it makes it so much faster. Nope, it doesn't slow down. I'm sorry, guys. Game over. For real. Oh shit, I'm so stupid. I did not enter the numbers, though. Is this gonna slow things down? 1 million I can feel. I can feel when 1 million happens. No, nothing changed. Literally nothing changed. This reset function adding 10,000, like, the easiest thing for computer to do somehow. Anyways, so you lose, guys. Find a better reality, because I own it. I can sort things out. I mean, unless you like me, then, like, that's pretty cool. Hi. Alright, so, it's not optimized, obviously. We can do somewhat better. I'm not sure how exactly, but we'll figure it out. If we want more speed, because I like speed. For 100,000 of something, that sounds like shit to me. And I feel like with the scanning system, I know exactly what I want to do. Or, I want to, like, avoid the scanning system somehow. Dodge even more bullets. There's a lot more things to test, basically, with this system, so... Stay tuned. Now I'm interested in speed. The glorious speed. And I will keep this function over here, because I like testing things. For the future, for sure. If I get addicted to doing this again. Fuck yeah. How will I name my sorting system? We'll never know, guys. Ah, yes, I want to test one more thing. And then tell you guys the story of how we got here. So I want to test a thing of, like, what if I reduce the... Well, but we kind of tested that thing. I don't know, man. I guess it doesn't matter. What if we reduce or increase number of elements? Alright, let's see if something becomes faster or slower. Oh, come on. So, if I use this... What the fuck? You get stuck? You get stuck, bro? Oh my god, it's stuck in a loop. Because I increased it? What the fuck? Oh shit. Uh-oh. There's gonna be a big boom, bro. I have created an array of size of 20,000 times bigger than normal. Yes. Yeah, that was stupid of me. Oh my god, it's so ridiculous. I need to reset memory because holy shit, I just created a giant array in my computer. Boop-de-boop-de. It doesn't matter what the size of the array is. Yeah. Kind of fascinating. So it's very hard to tell what slows this thing down. I feel even like this doesn't slow it down. Maybe the cards slow it down at this point, because it's an array and not a list of things. Whatever. It's a weird one. Well, at least the sorting works for me. Even though I put a lot of work into it, so I'm very glad that I don't just use the simplest of sorts. And now, let's see how we got here. It has been a long journey, and at the same time in this video, I'm defeating Hearthstone. No longer Hearthstone reigns supreme. Probably it's just gonna last like 2 weeks and Hearthstone still reigns supreme against me. Fuck. Oh, and this goes into trash. I'm so sorry about that. That's it? I just tested it once? I guess that's enough. Man, that was cringe. Testing it once? Nah, I'm gonna test it again. Simply because I can. Just to make sure I get the exact number of what happens with merge sorts. It does create arrays. It's just so stupid. When you're creating arrays, that is a very slow process. What the hell? It's pretty fast. 1 mil is pretty... fuck. Well, that sucks. Pretty fast. I mean, I'm not impressed. Did I do something wrong? You know, like, what? But no. I mean, I reset... Wait, what about my sort then? Like, I reset everything, right? Alright, let's use my sort methods. After everything, I still have the clock. I mean, it's twice as faster. It's not too crazy. It would be so funny if I didn't even use this. What if I relied or leaned more into bubble sort? What would happen? What if I just simplify and I don't use hype function? Because speed is everything pretty much, and I wasn't even testing speed yet. Even when it has to do that, it's very fast. When it has to bubble sort, literally no difference, in fact, of how fast it is. Which means this whole time I've been wasting time. Well, fuck off. That's disgusting. Well, probably not. Probably I have not been wasting time. Let's see if it's sorted, though. It is not sorted. Ha! We got him. Let's go. The bubble sort would have to bubble a lot more to get to the final destination. Now we got him. We got the shit. Lovely. Again, it seems that these sorting systems are better, but they're not. Especially when you're sorting objects. You want to insert 2 arrays. The ID array doesn't matter, to be honest. You want to insert more than just 1 array for sure. There can be values array and then whatever you need. So I need IDs. So I can read the entire object, basically. It's very cool stuff. It works out okay. Again, just to explain you guys why I need 2 arrays. There's the influence number of, like, let's say this much influence, and the idea of the card. So there's an array of cards, and I need to know where to pick the card from, right? I might sort by influence, but every single time I swap cards, I have to make sure that ID stays intact so I can at least read the damn thing. You know, who has this much influence? I have to be able to answer the question. I can't just, like, read through influence. That's impossible. But technically I can. But technically, let's not do that, okay? Alright. And now for how we got here, boys. First of all, by the way, 100 views, that's pretty cool. The most important part is we don't know how my sorting system scales. We just don't know. And I have a suspicion if I'm faster, twice faster already, it probably scales pretty well. Well, not actually. Because I still use bubble sort for, you know, scanning. But I use bubble sort because it's not that bad. Alright, it's fairly organized array when you give it to the bubble sort. And bubble sort does pretty good stuff with it. You don't actually have to go through the entire array. You just have to double check if much work has to be done in the first place. And I think there's something better than bubble sorts too. Like, let's say you have this happen, or rather, like, this happen. And you swap, but, like, you're not quite satisfied with the swap. You want to lead, first of all, this thing into where it's supposed to be. You know, this thing. And then this thing also has to reach its destination too. And make all the swaps that it needs to do. This will do it with bubble sort. It will bubble up. But you have to also take care of this little boy. You know, don't forget that little boy, yeah? Please. If swap happen, you still have to, like, double check here with this swap. And this way you will, again, achieve faster sorts. And the second scan will confirm that, yeah, you got it, basically. That's it. I think this might actually sort everything very fast. If you take care of the second dude. So yeah, there's a lot to explore in this area. I mean, this is some crazy shit. And I don't always want to do complicated stuff. Because I already did, you know. And I'll show you how complicated it was. And fun, because I did the useless... I mean, it's useful. Trust me, because it sorts the array in the first place. And there's less conflict. I'll show you. 2,000... Alright, so I'm starting to dive in. This was a long ride, my friends. Then I combined it, I guess? Yeah, I combined it to make sure. And now I'm starting to test. Like, showing the formula and everything. So you merge. Yes. I talked about merge as well. And it's like, whatever, dude. Someone else is gonna do it for me. I was basically fishing for smaller and smaller numbers. And you can even see me create this, like, output thing. And it's almost like Minecraft, bro. Like, you click and you get the results if you got diamonds or not. 3490. Yeah, I called it gold, but it's trash in comparison to what my final destination is. Alright, let the games begin. Which is a... So with bubble sort, there are swaps, right? And I calculate the swaps. The less swaps I have to make, the more clean the array actually is. Very convenient to make. Gurunext, please leave this game. Yeah, I'm like making a commenter of like, hey guys, should I release this as a game? Of course I should, but it's kind of weird one. With my family. Search for that gold. For me, because it's meaningful, I'm trying to get the lowest number possible. But I don't know what variables I have to use. So put together like this X, Y, and Z variables that I control with the keypad. Right? I don't use these keys, but I do use or numpad, whatever, right? So it goes up and down, these variables. Which ones do I have to use in which way to get the lowest number? I get stuck, I get frustrated, I get numb of this nonsense. Shit. We're 34 away from world record. Differently, I guess. I was digging for such a long time, I probably wasn't able to dig a better result this whole video. But I have another and another, right? It's such a... Alright. Getting... Squeezing ourselves. It kind of feels like when you get the controls, it feels like you're in a cave system and you get closer and closer if you know how to control the damn thing. The more precision I put into this, the fucking crazier it gets. I've used two methods, it's pretty complicated. But one method is like more manual. And this one that I'm trying to perfect, trying to get the lowest number, is actually automated. And the automated method prevailed over manual, and that was pretty satisfying. This is how the manual looks, it's just a bunch of numbers. This is how the automated looks. And now this is how it looks like in the end. I got rid of the manual. The only manual integers are these ones, just to make sure I get them out of the way. It's like 1 to 30 is going to have its own space, 1 to 80 is going to have its own space, and 1 to 180. Because I can't quite like pinpoint exactly with this bucket thing. Because it splits into buckets. It's one of those graphs that I draw all the time. Like there's a lot more space needed for 1s and 2s and 3s and 10s and whatnot than like 10,000s. These are like very unique, very powerful numbers that occur very rarely in most situations. So I give them very little space. Little space left. So this graph shows how quickly the space is being distributed, right? So I think I'm doing the manual right now, and I reached 44. I mean, technically 88, and then it translates into like 130 or something. I hate that we skipped the part where like things got really small. So from 3,400 we got to 1,300. Something doesn't fit. And it 500. I found a village 515. There were a lot of steps to the process of finding the perfect way to arrange this. And it's again a minigame because you get the immediate results of like how well did you do. You're searching for those 3 variables that gonna give you a perfect score. Navigating is so weird. So that's that. We got to 500 pretty much. But do you think that was it? Because last time I was able, with the manual one, I was able to get 44. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to give up until I get the same number, obviously. Manual is not supposed to be better than automated one. Not necessarily. I mean, I should at least get 100. So I'm trying to like decode the manual of like how it would look like automated. Like I'm taking this number, multiplying this, and like seeing what's the difference, how much space I give to these ratios. It's weird one to it. When I do this, I'm like, shit, am I gonna earn money for this? Well, yeah, maybe if I get a lot of views and subscribers. We're at 460. Never give initial. Oh my god, we solved it. There's a glitch. I never give initial value. This was a second glitch. The first one I might still have. This bucket thing. Yeah, this is not supposed to be 0 as well. So there's a lot of little fucking things like that I found. This has that helped me go even deeper, and it's so satisfying. Cost. We'll see. We're breaking it. Still go up? We're still breaking it. Squeeze that shit in there. I had 20% more space. Squeeze it in there, bro. We can do this. The highest number over here means that I don't have enough space in the end or something. That was another very weird one. There's a lot of cards with 0 influence and it kind of gets in the way. I'm not even sure why. They just get spit out of the function and turn into this like end of the function. So there's a lot of crap I had to get rid of. The journey of going down from 5,000. Oh, Jesus. Again, this doesn't necessarily make my array faster or sorting faster. What it makes is makes it actually work, you know. Again, what I'm doing here is basically translating the sort function where I input an x and I get a y like this, but it's a lot more cleaner and optimized, so I know exactly, like double check, you know, like all these numbers, every single time I sort, every time I click a button I sort, just to see if I can get lower number. It's amazing how much effort I had to put into this, and still do, I imagine. Like that. It's still such a rough around the edges coding that you probably wouldn't want to use it like this. But shit, I love how fast it is, bro. Zoom. Funny enough, I'm not even that desperate to have a fast sorting system, but I know I might need it in the future. I sort way too many times, alright? Every single time I summon a button, I sort. Just to get the color of the button. It makes no sense to do it that way, but I did it anyways. You know, I'm just that evil. Every time you fucking summon a button, you get a lag spike. Very small one, you wouldn't notice, but like, it's lag, for sure. Oh, David Dobrik. Come here. Bam. See? Oh. Like, there's a bit of delay. Click. Click. Disgusting. I have been able to make it faster, okay? The one that you see here is slower. Right now, what's the fuck's going on? Why is it lagging so bad? What the hell's going on? Click. Click. There's a delay. Click. Click. I mean, click. But very small one. And here I can say click stop, click C, click C. I don't know. I just know I made my thing faster. The difficulty. Improved it. Just fuck that shit. We're not done yet. Oh my god, another fucking glitch that I overlooked. And this one is insane. I mean, I say insane, but it kind of wasn't the only thing that I had to do to get there. I'm just like, I screwed up the initial values. It's crazy. Of everything. But no, it's not the initial values. This is a reoccurring value. This is crazy one. Some things can spill out in the wrong position entirely because of that. I mean, technically, potentially, it doesn't even do anything. I hope. Or at least I hoped. But it does something, a little bit. Because it's ratio to ratio conversion. So if this is smaller than it's... Or bigger than... Well, smaller than it's supposed to be, it's going to stretch a little bit too much. It's a weird one. But it's definitely problem. Make something complicated and you fail. I found 124. And we're definitely very... How far we went. Holy shit, man. Some of these... And then I discovered these zeros. Alright, so now it's 130 versus 180. It is that way because I have shrunk the array size. But apparently shrinking array size doesn't do much at all in terms of speed, right? So I don't know. I don't know how I'll make it faster if I have to. But I don't care anymore. I have solved it. I'm gonna move on from this. This is just simply where I spent my time. A lot of time. 2 days for this shit. Actually, 3 days, because the previous video also took me a day. That's 20 seconds. I was testing it using the pack of cookies clicking, but, I mean, that was kind of dumb. Right. I can do it right now. I can test it right now, technically. I have 25 cookies. I need one more pack. Basically, I'm able to open these in 15 seconds. Alright, let's start at 85. I mean, it just glitches anyways. It doesn't count time. It's just garbage way to test, but that's what I did. I love being embarrassed because I love being alone as well. And I definitely got embarrassed a lot during this process. So even discovering that you can modify lists using extensions, that is pretty mind-blowing. Got embarrassed on that one. There's a lot of things I've learned, basically. We are 40 points away from winning against... And I win. That's it. And there's one more. But I didn't stop there. I went a little bit deeper with the number. We'll see. The final number. I have bad news and more bad news. Fucking 88, bro. We got fucking smashing, bro. Bad news for you. We literally did, but yeah, I mean, bad news is that video is over now. So I ended up with just 3 preset values. And that seemed to be the sweet spot. And I'm pretty sure if you explore it even more, you're gonna get even better results. But again, like, I don't care anymore. I have reached something pretty crazy already. But technically I had zero purpose in this. It's not gonna like reduce lag because I could have done it a completely different way. And I will still have to do it the other completely different way, so I eliminate lag entirely. Because calculating the position of the card, of how powerful it is, that's kind of stupid in general. Like, why do I need to calculate it over and over again? I don't. It has to be stored somewhere. So I'll do that. But it was a very interesting adventure. It definitely fucking stole my 2 days. And I was not upset about that. I tried a few more things, but it failed. Alright guys, prove me wrong. Do I not have the best sorting system? Well, of course I don't, because you can't get the code that easily. You can't figure it out if no one can explain it to you properly. But the idea is very simple, right? I think it can be recreated by some people if they're desperate. Alright, see you guys next time.